Like and subscribe. On the way, in the door, my people.
Until you stump me out, cut my head off, bury me 12 feet under, then I got a chance. So that's my confidence. Obviously, at the end of the day, we got to come in and win ball games and we got to play better. But as long as we got more games to play, we still have a chance. So that's my confidence. I hate losing. I feel like poop right now. But tomorrow's a new day, and I'm gonna be prepared and ready for the Clippers on Thursday. But that's my mindset. That's just who I am.
Thank you sincerely to all of you who support this channel, who participate in the conversations. I can't express my appreciation enough to you all. And on that note, fanboys, you're not gonna like this one. You might want to exit the building on this one. You really might want to exit the building. Here we go. This video was actually inspired by another up-and-coming YouTuber like myself, Oh The Agony. And he did a video, matter of fact, I'm gonna pin the video in the comments. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I'm gonna find that video and pin it in the comments. He did a video about LeBron James screaming and how his screams doesn't look genuine. And he actually researched people screaming and found that the majority of people, when they scream, they either squint or close their eyes, because this is the natural thing that happens. When the bottom of your face comes up, it crunches the top of your face. However, there is so many pictures, videos of LeBron James screaming with his eyes wide open, thus telling you that something unnatural is happening. And this is what I want to talk about today. Now, for you fanboys, I will start by saying this. There's obviously no definitive way to prove that this is the case. But this is my opinion, and I'm gonna give it. The reason the title of this video is called LeBron James the Pretender is because I believe that he doesn't believe a lot of the things that he says. He doesn't really believe a lot of the things that he says. I've done a video saying that the media is trying to convince us that LeBron James is the GOAT. But to add to that, I would say that LeBron James is either A, being willfully deceptive, and or trying to convince himself of the things that he says. But at any rate, the saying goes is a lion never has to say that he's a lion. I've said this before that, for those of you who grew up in the hood, you know that the most gangster guys out there didn't do a lot of talking. They didn't have to. Everybody just knew it. Those guys, their actions spoke for themselves. Michael Jordan being the GOAT, his actions speaks for itself, spoke for itself. Well, continues to speak to this day. But when you have to continue to try and prop yourself up, fanboys, that is not confidence. That is trying to convince yourself. I brought up, like I said, Oh The Agony brought up the screaming thing. But now the clip I played at the beginning of this, where you have to cut my head off and bury me 12 feet deep and oh my goodness. I mean, what can I say about that? What can I say about that? It just doesn't feel real. And you know what? I guess even more importantly about whether he seems sincere when he says it, it doesn't align with his actions on the court. Another thing, you know, going back to him joining Miami and the press conference with D Wade sitting up there, and it's funny because D Wade's face looks like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And Pat Riley's face looks like, oh, this guy. When he's up there talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. At the end of that little thing, he says, and I really believe that. Again, if you really believe something, do you have to say it? What's another one? I was just super ecstatic, and for all 23-year droughts and going on in Cleveland or whatever, and you know, after it was done, I was like, that one right there made you the GOAT. It just does not. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Like, do y'all feel the way that I feel about this stuff? Like, or is it just my imagination? Like, am I just like being hard on LeBron? Or do y'all get this sense as well that he doesn't actually believe these things that he says? It just comes off super disingenuous. I've never cheated the game. Who has to say that? I mean, if those of you in a relationship, any of you in relationships and marriages, just think of, what if your spouse just came to you and said, you know, baby, I've never cheated on you. What would be the first thing that crossed your mind? It's like, oh, this person probably cheated on me. Cause why do you have to say that? Why do you have to say that? If you truly have not cheated the game, why do you have to say that? You know, with Michael Jordan, you know what he said was, and how you choose your words says a lot. But Michael Jordan said something to the effect, be true to the game, and the game will be true to you. And while it shares a similar sentiment as I've never cheated the game, the difference is when you start personalizing it. Because Michael Jordan was making a general statement. Be true to the game, and the game will be true to you. And, you know, saying it that way, that means that applies to everyone, including me. It applies to everyone. But when you have to make a statement like, I've never cheated the game, you know, first of all, saying it like that almost insinuates that I've never cheated the game, unlike some other people. But like I said, it also it makes you look suspect. Again, for those of you in relationships and marriages, imagine if your spouse just out the blue came to you and was like, yeah, baby, you know, I've never cheated on you. Or if you did that to your spouse. Just came up to her and was like, hey, you know what? You should be lucky because I've never cheated on you. It just sounds so ridiculous. So yeah, you know, to me, this is a lot of LeBron trying to convince himself, trying to appear to be what Michael Jordan is, even though he is clearly not. It was one more that came to mind. Let me see. What was that one? Oh yeah, this wasn't necessarily that kind of statement, but it was still just falls along in this line of deception, really. You know, when he made the statement about whether he's going to be playing next year, insinuating that maybe he'll be retiring. And then gets on the ESPYs and says, lucky for you guys, that day is not today. Now, he said that as if most people believe that he was actually may retire. Help, fanboys, help me out. Now, I'm being serious on this one. Help me out with that. Help me out. And shout out to my subscribers. I need to know from you guys. Like, is it just me? Is it just me who senses this continuous kind of pretend talk from LeBron James? Like, so here we go. Full disclosure on my opinion about LeBron James. I used to like LeBron James. Now, he has never been one of my favorite players by far, but I didn't dislike him. But through his antics over the years, it just has really made me question a lot of things about LeBron. And, you know, I try my best to disprove my own theories. Like, I go watch, occasionally I go and click on a LeBron highlight reel. You know, just to say, you know, am I just going way too far left with how I think he plays the game? I click on a highlight reel and realize I can't get past a couple of minutes because he has one of the most boring games of any superstar that we've seen. I mean, besides some of the dunks, but even the dunks, it's like I get tired of seeing him get wide open dunks at the rim. And don't get, you know, it's a few highlights of him dunking on other people. But in general, it's like wide open dunks at the rim. Go watch Jordan highlights, and it's a bunch of dunks on not just other players, but a lot of centers, a lot of 7-footers got posterized by Mike. Yeah. And so, you know, I have tried to give your king the benefit of the doubt multiple times. But anyway, we are going to hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys get that same sense of disingenuousness when LeBron is talking? When LeBron is not just talking, but when he's saying these, you know, trying to get people to see him as the GOAT kind of lines, trying to get people to see him as the ultimate competitor kind of lines, you know, trying to appear confident, thus revealing how unconfident he actually is. Do you guys get that same sense? Or is it just me? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a fantastic day. And as always, I will see you next time. All right.